Yeah, you got combat shield 25 minutes, by the way. Just thought I'd add that in during
Thank
this intro.
God.
I was like, I swear I saw them. I swear.
He got him late, but he got them in the end. It didn't help him though. He lost and he's out now. But we have two players who still have a chance of advancing. Currently in the game, we have a Protoss versus Terran. And to the bottom left, it's the LGIM player on Entombed Valley who starts with Protoss in the orange.
LGIM seed.
LGIM seed. He has 2 wins, 1 loss, and he is now, well, he could be in a tie situation with Zenyu and MC after this game, but only if he takes down his opponent. Starting to the top left of the map, we have the Terran player for the FXO team.
FXO 3.
I hope we get to see a shot of this cheerful that I'm looking at right now in the crowd. I won't say anything about it until it comes on screen because I'm pretty sure we're going to see it. Now, we do see a very fast probe scout almost killing an SCV. Gas will go down here and he will spot this as well. So this is actually really important. Seed will see this. And again, Tree not playing, you know, your standard macro game once more. Yeah, we don't see the cheerful yet. It's like really funny.
We will get a shot. I'm pretty sure.
I see the cameraman. He's looking at it. Yeah. We're gonna see it. Well, the probe actually still remains alive in here. This was a gas first, in fact, from Tree. Really fast gas. We're not seeing the cheerful. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, I think they had it on the green stream. I was kind of looking at it, but well, we didn't catch it for the international audience.
It's a joke about Tree and Seed and a bunch of pictures.
He just visualized it, basically. Which was pretty cool.
And at the top it said Law of Nature Match. And then at the bottom, I don't know what it said. It was in English, but at the bottom it said "but" with like 2 exclamation marks. I wanted to know the however about this, but we see a lot of chrono energy, in fact, stacked up for Seed, who is not chrono boosting his workers entirely. He does come back in for a second look. We'll see the factory in its position. Takes a gas steal. That's really smart, I think. When you have that opportunity, when you have the probe in there, it makes it a lot more annoying for the Terran to actually play the build he wants to do. When you see the factory, obviously he's going to need that second gas. So that's really cool. That's something I really, really like to see. Seed is such an intelligent player.
Yeah, he indeed is. I mean, he played so well in the games that he played so far, so we have him. He lost to MC, that's basically the only game that he lost.
And that was kind of a build order weird game anyway.
That was a bit crazy. That game was definitely a little bit insane, but he has wins against Zenyu, so he was able to take the only game of Zenyu thus far, which is kind of significant as well.
Robotics going down smartly so for Seed after he scouted the factory tech. Wants to get that out not only for vision reasons, but also so he can have detection and potentially immortals versus the very potent siege tank unit that Terran has. Concussive shells on the way out here, as well as Hellions being made on the low ground, which indicates we're going to see a Marauder Hellion push. And again, this indicates that I think either Tree is not comfortable playing macro games, or he only can play TVT macro games. I'm not sure what this means, but I wanted to see legitimate macro games from him in most of these matches, but he just does not want to show us that. Gas first with the double gas, Starport going down, completely one-basing it up, sending SCVs here with his Marauders. He's going to be rallying Hellions behind this. Seed's not going to care, though. He doesn't even have a natural. He's going to have sentries at the top of the ramp.
He can just force field the ramp.
Yeah, he's totally fine here. If he messes up his force field, he's going to be in trouble, but I just don't think he will.
He spots it with the...
He's bunkering, but there's no Nexus. He's just going to contain him. Double force fields available here. He should have potentially trapped there. He tried to. Nice control by Tree.
We already have the first Immortal building, and the Immortal is obviously just kind of great against this unit composition that is currently used by Tree. The Harvester count, if you have a quick look at it, is 28-22 in favor of Seed at this point, so he has a decent lead. Mule obviously kind of making up for it to a certain extent, but still, with one base against one base, and we have a pylon to the top right outside the main base of Tree, so he will be able to warp in additional units. There is a depot wall, but if he doesn't realize it in time and lifts the depots, he might just have a few zealots to deal with in the
I don't think he's going to use that for attacks. I think he's actually just going to use it for, you know, in a base trade scenario maybe, or, well, he's actually going to do it. I think that's actually a terrible choice, because like you said, he's got a depot wall. Like, if he doesn't see, you do damage, maybe? If he does see, then he just raises it, and even if he doesn't see and you get in, he's got Medivacs out and he's got Bio, and look at this. Oh, denied. So,
In time.
I mean, that was 200 minerals on the drain. I really don't like that. Command Center going down for Tree now, and he's got himself in a pretty good position. One base Terran against one base Protoss is pretty good, especially when you have the contain. Now you've got the better tech, Medivacs out here. Yeah, we have Immortals, but with Medivacs out, you can just do so much. Takes out these Zealots, not losing anything. And will likely take out the pylon as well. Did he see the pylon with his Hellion, or did he just get close?
I didn't.
Yeah,
Oh, he just saw it. Wow.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's not going for that.
Me
It's
too.
It's kind of a risk, though, to move your entire army out there to kill a pylon. We're going to see a 4 Hellion drop into the main base, but Seed is prepared with a pylon to spot. And actually will be able to clean this up.
He has great map awareness. We talked about this already in a few matches before.
Oh,
that
nice
was
pylon block.
That was awesome. That was really, really great. Realizes exactly what was about to happen. It drops the pylon and blocks off, and the Hellions just trying to escape again. The expansion now for Tree and Seed, but Tree is a little bit farther ahead. This is a pretty interesting game. It's really builds that are not all that common when you think about it, but they are still kind of even here.
He's going to drop his Hellions at the natural now, which is going to result in potentially all 4 of them dying. He uses the Medivac to try to trick, maybe, but Seed will not have any of it. Like, he will not be broken. A good idea by Tree to try to find a way in there, but
yeah,
Seed, like you said, he's got some of the best map awareness out of any Protoss, and just will not be caught off guard. See him moving out right now with a better supply, 74 to 64 right now. His opponent's kind of stuck in the one base. He hasn't moved his Command Center down just yet. The Observer sees all and knows this as well. I think he wants to put on a bit of a contain. This is really scary, though. When your opponent has Medivacs out, you can be dropped in so many different ways. If you commit to a big push like this, the Terran can actually just sit in his main for a while and catch you off guard. So it's going to come down to how well this works, how fortunate he gets.
3 Immortals, and with the Immortals and Vision on the high ground, he will just be able to take this down. We have Hellions streaming into the main base, though, but I don't know. The 2 Stalkers that he currently has, if he uses his probes as well, and he does, he might be able to take them down, but will they die in time? The push is going on, and those Immortals do some damage on the high ground structures. The first supply depot is gone, the second one being attacked. And Tree is a little bit in trouble. His Hellions died. They killed 7 Harvesters in total, which is not too much.
Starting to lose a lot of units to this bunker, though he needs to be careful. Nice repair by Tree. In fact, I thought he was going to lose that depot for sure. Combat Shield is now on the way.
And he's moving in once again. The Guardian Shield uses the force fields. The bunker is gone. And those 2 Marauders as well. A lot of force fields here. And those Marauders, they should do a ton of damage to all these units, but the Immortals...
The force fields are so good, and the Immortals are targeting really well. He's going to lose these 2 depots at the front now. Seed definitely putting Tree on the back foot here. Now he can trap units that come down the ramp. And he's even starting to get some of the Medivacs. With the amount of anti-air he has, it's very difficult to actually use these Medivacs for lifts, for escape moves.
No mining with a second orbital.
Yep.
That's one of the most important parts. Seed takes a huge lead here in supply. He's 20 supply up. He's getting all his upgrades, and he's still containing his opponent. He's actually going for it, going in the main base right now.
Oh, I don't know if I like this.
Oh, he pulls his SCVs, and if he plays this right, he still has force fields available. If he force fields right now, and he does, and takes down every single SCV. Brilliant move by Seed. And he wow, the Medivac dies.
That was a close call, but it ended up working out really well for him. He knew he could fall back. If he committed, he would have lost a lot more, but yeah. The worker count now 41 to 16, which is a deficit of, in fact, 25 workers. So if he didn't lose all those workers, I guess he probably would have been even in Harvesters. But still, he's denying mining at the natural, so Seed has a crazy income compared to him. It's twice as good. Robotic support band now going down. He does lose the Observer, however, which is really important because it doesn't give him vision anymore. But I think actually at this point, now he can just go up the ramp. His opponent doesn't even have that many SCVs to buffer with.
These force fields are sick. Seed, we talked about it earlier, he has crazy force fields and he used them so well in this game. Tree tries to go for a desperate drop attempt apparently. He loads every single unit that he has into a Medivac and starts to head towards his opponent expansion. But even at Nexus, the Mana Nexus in the middle of the map, Seed's like, what up, son?
I think he wants to make sure that he can make it before his opponent GG's. He was like, I was going to make it at your natural, but my probe might not get there in time. Big drop unloaded here for Tree. Each Marauder has its own personal healer. 5 Marauders, and in fact 6 Medivacs over here. His army's too small. He sees the Nexus, and from here he's going to try to drop into the main, but Seed's already
Colossi coming
prepared.
up.
Colossi are on the way. He's making more Zealots right now. The
50
third
supply
Nexus will
ahead.
give him extra Chrono Boost, some additional Pro production as well. He cancels it.
Why?
I don't know, man. He wanted to make 2 additional gateways just to be 100% safe, I guess.
There's the drop, and well, we have Twilight Counts coming up as well. Splits his army on the low and high ground. Moves in. Oh, that Medivac! Down. Dead and gone. Half the supply now, and another attempt
Tiny
to
force.
drop.
He's going to go check a third, but there's no third there.
He can kill another Medivac.
One more shot,
Yep.
gets it. Remember these Bioforces actually, their upgrades are 0-0. And Seed does have just +1 for his units, no other upgrades. He's doing a fairly weak drop in the main base. It gets cleaned up. There's just too many units back at home.
Yeah,
and
with the Colossus is too much. And he's
now
attacking
he's
right
got
now.
double supply. He's going to attack and kill Tree. Even with the Colossi at home, he just does not have enough. No bunker.
Way too much.
No wall. Goodbye,
He can
Tree.
A-move in here. He can A-move in here. And, well, this is it for Tree, guys. Tree loses the game.
GG. Tree not living up to the hype today.
No, he's out as a virus and hack. And
Seed said, you know what, Tree? I made you.
you know what, Wolf?
What's that?
This group is kind of crazy. Usually you would say, okay, we have 3 players that are on 3-1 right now, so we can skip a few games and have like 1. Guess what? We probably can't, because as it turns out, 3 players are on 1-3. The other ones are all on 3-1.
Yep. So basically,
And
our next.
every single player who has 3 wins has now to face an opponent who's already out. Not a single one of our players that are tied at this point have to face each other.
Which means
That would
that
simplify things.
if they all win, then we will have a 3-way tie. So basically, whoever loses does not get Code S.
Do they have a 3-way tie? I actually didn't check.
Because if they're all
Seed lost. Wait a second. Seed lost to MC and won to Zinio, and Zinio was able to.
But if they're all 3 tied, then it doesn't matter who lost to who, because it's a 3-way tie.
Yeah.
So, because one person has to still get first place. So what happens is if they all win, then it's a 3-way tie.
Yep.
And if anyone loses, then they're out, basically. And if I'm not mistaken, since they're both all 3-1, we're going to take a 5-minute break.
Out? If they all lose, for example, we also have a 3-way.
Well, yeah, that's true as well. But we're going to take a 5-minute break, guys. We'll see you in 5 minutes.